Whether it's a bitter breakup or a public feud, some of music's most intriguing moments come when one song serves a direct answer to another. In this video, we'll look at 8 songs that respond to each other. When I Was Your Man and Flowers. Bruno Mars's 2013 ballad When I Was Your Man is one of his most personal singles, reflecting regret after losing someone he deeply cared about. The song features him singing to a past lover, admitting that he failed to appreciate her, saying, "I should have bought you flowers and held your hand." The stripped piano production and raw vocal delivery made it a heartfelt anthem for anyone who has ever realized their mistakes too late. The song peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of Bruno's most beloved hits. 10 years later, Miley Cyrus released Flowers, a self-empowerment anthem that many interpreted as a direct response to Bruno's song. Not only do the lyrics mirror his statement, they cleverly flip the narrative. Where Bruno sings about things he wishes he had done for her, Miley asserts independence with lines like "I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand." The chorus directly responds to Bruno's hit, reframing it to fit to her life. The similarity between the two songs became a viral talking point in 2023. Fans dissected the parallels across social media, noting how Flowers talks about the end of her relationship with Liam Hemsworth. The song went on to break streaming records and spent 8 weeks at the top of the Billboard Hot 100, proving that empowerment can be more powerful than regret. Together, the two songs tell a story of heartbreak and recovery from two opposite sides. Cry Me a River and Every Time. When Cry Me a River dropped in 2002, Justin Timberlake was fresh off his NSYNC years and ready to prove himself as a solo artist. The song, his Timbaland-produced breakup anthem, was immediately linked to his high-profile split from Britney Spears. In the video, Timberlake stalks a woman who looks just like Britney while singing "You Don't Have to Say What You Did, I Already Know. I found out from him." The lyrical accusations started a media frenzy and turned the song into both a smash hit and a public statement, one that painted Justin as a heartbroken victim and Britney as the unfaithful ex. 2 years later, Britney seemingly replied with Every Time, a haunting piano ballad that switched the tone up. Unlike JT's angry tone, Britney's song feels more vulnerable, with lyrics like "I may have made it rain, please forgive me." Many interpreted it as an apology or an emotional response to Cry Me a River, particularly with the line, "I guess I need you baby." The music video further fueled speculation, showing Britney overwhelmed by fame and guilt, ultimately symbolically reborn in the bathtub scene, a contrast to Timberlake's revenge fantasy. Viewed together, these two songs form one of pop's most iconic exchanges. Cry Me a River was a huge hit and still stands as an anthem of betrayal, while Every Time feels like a soft-spoken plea for forgiveness. Whether or not they were written as direct answers, their intertwined narratives have fueled fan debates for over 2 decades. Sorry in 444. When Beyoncé released Sorry in 2016 as part of her groundbreaking visual album Lemonade, it instantly sparked cultural shockwaves. The song, and particularly the biting lyric, "You only want me when I'm not there, you better call Becky with the good hair," was widely interpreted as a direct reference to infidelity in their marriage, most probably with a white girl. The whole album talked about Jay-Z cheating on her and her journey to healing and forgiveness. Sorry wasn't just a breakup anthem. In the flow of the album, it's really important to the story. It set off a media frenzy, leaving fans desperate for answers and speculating about who Becky might be. Jay-Z's 444 in 2017 served as the long-awaited response. The album's title track felt like a public confession, with Jay-Z rapping, "Look, I apologize, often womanized. Took for my child to be born to see through a woman's eyes." It was an acknowledgement of his flaws, not just as a husband, but as a man who had jeopardized everything he cared for. The emotional contrast between the two songs completed the narrative from betrayal to repentance, played out not in the tabloids, but in their music. It is one of the only times that two of the most private superstars let us into what was truly going on in their marriage. Beyoncé and Jay-Z turned their pain into works of art, a musical therapy session that sold millions of records. Driver's License and Skin. When Olivia Rodrigo released Driver's License in January 2021, it was her breakout debut, and became a global phenomenon. The heartbreak ballad instantly connected with Gen Z because of the relatable story about a girl driving through the suburbs, mourning a lost love who moved on too quickly. Fans speculated that she was referencing her rumored relationship with her co-star from High School Musical, the series, Joshua Bassett, and his alleged new romance with singer Sabrina Carpenter. Lyrics like "You're probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt" left clues about who she was talking about and became the big topic for TikToks. Just weeks later, Sabrina dropped Skin, a song that was taken as a direct response. The tone was more defensive, with lines like "Maybe blonde was the only rhyme, and you can try to get under my skin, but he's on mine." A not so subtle clapback to Olivia's narrative. Sabrina denied it was meant as a diss track, but the timing and lyrical references were impossible to ignore. The back and forth made fans choose sides at that time. Two young artists were caught in the whirlwind of fame, heartbreak, and internet speculation. Driver's License went on to break multiple streaming records, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, while Skin became Sabrina's highest charting single to date and set her on a path to becoming a global superstar 3 years later. The public feud may have been overblown, but it was memorable. No Scrubs and No Pigeons. In 1999, TLC's No Scrubs became a cultural phenomenon. On the song, the trio called out men who didn't meet their standards, saying a scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holla at me. Its impact has lasted for decades, teaching women to prioritize financial capability over everything at the turn of the millennium, a kind of thinking that dominates a huge portion of hip-hop to this day, especially female rap. But it was a timeless banger, blending catchy harmonies with sharp verses. The song dominated radio, hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, and defined an entire generation's dating preferences. But the response followed soon after, when Sporty Thieves released No Pigeons that same year. The parody track flipped the script, portraying pigeons as women who are gold diggers, only looking for money. The lyrics mirrored TLC's structure, but flipped the genders. A pigeon is a girl who be rocking fake hair, fake nails, fake eyes too. The call and response nature of both songs created one of the most iconic gender war moments in pop and hip hop. While No Pigeons never reached the cultural heights of TLC's global hit, it was a memorable moment in late 90s pop culture. TLC's hit remains an anthem, while Sporty Thieves' song didn't age as well. Together, the two tracks represent a musical dialogue that still dominates feminist and red pill spaces to this day. Bad Blood and Swish Swish. Taylor Swift's Bad Blood was initially a friendship breakup anthem, but fans quickly realized it was aimed at another major pop star, Katy Perry. Taylor's lyrics about betrayal, "Did you have to hit me when I'm weak? Baby, I couldn't breathe," were allegedly inspired by Katy's attempt to hire several of her backup dancers mid-tour. The feud became a media spectacle in the mid-2010s. The Bad Blood music video, packed with celebrity cameos, showed Taylor was done being the nice girl. The song went on to top the Billboard Hot 100. Katy Perry's response came more than 2 years later, with Swish Swish, a club-ready single featuring Nicki Minaj. The lyrics, "Your game is tired, you should retire," and "Swish Swish, another one in the basket," were widely seen as Katy's way of throwing shade back at Taylor. But the song was a failure on the charts, compared to Katy's previous singles, peaking at #46 on the Billboard Hot 100. Ultimately, both artists moved past the feud, and Katy even appeared on Taylor's "You Need to Calm Down" music video in 2019, showing the public they squashed their beef. But their feud remains one of pop's most memorable rivalries, showing how two of the biggest stars of their generation used their art to go at each other. Obsessed and The Warning. When Mariah Carey released Obsessed in 2009, it seemed like just another confident pop anthem at first listen. But fans and Eminem himself quickly caught on that the song's lyrics were directed at the rapper, who had spent years claiming he had been romantically involved with Mariah. Lines like, "Why you so obsessed with me, boy I wanna know," and lying that you're sexing me when everybody knows weren't subtle. They directly addressed Eminem's public insistence that he and Mariah had history. The music video took it even further, with Mariah dressing up as a stalker, resembling Eminem's stan, using his own song against him. It is, in my opinion, an underrated diss track. Eminem wasted no time firing back with The Warning, a brutal lyrical counter-attack that doubled down on his claims and included alleged voicemails. He said, "I'm obsessed now. OG, is that supposed to be me in the video with the goatee?" Directly referencing Mariah's video. While Obsessed became a commercial success, peaking at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, The Warning was never pushed as a single as it came out online. The back and forth became one of the weirdest feuds in pop history. Mariah moved on gracefully, incorporating the song into her tour set list, while Eminem continued to reference her sporadically in his music. In retrospect, Obsessed is now one of Mariah's biggest hits, and The Warning remains one of Eminem's most embarrassing diss tracks. Much Better and Better Than Revenge. The Jonas Brothers' Much Better is one of the best songs of their career, but it was a not so subtle response to Joe Jonas' highly publicized breakup with Taylor Swift. The song includes the line, "Now I'm done with superstars," and all the tears on their guitar, a direct jab at Taylor's breakout hit, "Teardrops on My Guitar." The lyrics seem to suggest that Joe had moved on from a dramatic ex, a statement that riled up her fans. Taylor didn't let that slide. A year later, she released Better Than Revenge on her Speak Now album, a fiery punk-inspired anthem widely believed to be about Joe Jonas' new girlfriend at the time, Camilla Bell. Taylor sings, "She's not a saint and she's not what you think. She's an actress, whoa. But she's better known for the things she does on the mattress, whoa." A sharp contrast to her typical innocent image. The lyrics were bitter and Taylor not at her best. The two songs together form one of pop's most iconic exchanges of the late 2000s, an early example of how celebrity relationships and the music could intertwine in real time. While Much Better gave Joe Jonas a platform to throw shade, Better Than Revenge went on to be more vengeful, showing the ugly side of Taylor Swift early in her career. Which songs that respond to each other did I miss? Tell me in the comments below.